Hello everyone, I'm Hilary Chin. Thank you all so much for coming and watching this YouTube channel. Today, I want us to touch a very important topic where we're going to be looking at a very deep, or looking at a deep insight from a very powerful question, which I've been getting from some founders. The question is Onpassive still alive? Is Victory with Ash still alive? And this is a very tactical question and a very thoughtful question and a very honest question. And this question was asked by founders who are worried, etc. Now, based on my observation and based on the realities when it comes to technology, the answer is yes, it is still alive. Now, I've said this many times, I'll say it again. The categories of people who are really disturbed and worried so far as Onpassive and Victory with Ash is concerned are: one, those who had multiple accounts; two, those who have brought in many people who are under them, and these many people who are under them are asking them really serious questions. This is very, very important, and we have to start being realistic. I think that from the way things are going, we must understand that the online business is not a walk in a park. It's not a walk in a park. I've said this severally. I'm saying this again. So you who are still waiting, you who have invested money and has not still started seeing anything, please be patient. We have platforms where you stake some money and then it takes maybe 2 years, 3 years before you can withdraw something from it. That's one of their policies. You have platforms where you put money, it takes 5 years, 6 years before you start dragging some money. Now, like I always say, the platforms that you see online, many of them are not fake. Okay? I want to go beyond Victory with Ash and Onpassive. Many of them are not fake. No. Many of them are businesses that starts, and then in the process of implementing, at some point, leadership becomes a problem. At some point, accountability becomes a problem. At some point, management becomes a problem. When I say a problem, it's in quotes, because these are mistakes that people make. In terms of NGOs, we have NGOs across the world who started genuinely, but because of issues surrounding leadership, management, etc., they have failed. They were not actually fake. It just didn't work. We have others who started like a joke. Now they are expanding. And this is the truth about life. People have their different secrets. There are different strategies. There are different strengths that they are using to strive. There is something called in every business called SWOT analysis, which simply talks about the strength, the weakness, some of the opportunities, some of the disadvantages or advantages of a business when you start that business. So sometimes you have to weigh the advantage and disadvantages and see which one outweighs the other one. These are just logical way of every human looking at things. Some businesses start with a powerful strength, but at the end they fail. Some start with a lot of weaknesses. At the end, they start striving. So these are some realities that you have to understand. I was talking to one of our brothers, a founder, I think, across Cameroon, and I told him that wherever you are putting money online, no matter how people are catching out, always put it in your mind that that system can crash. When it crashes, it's not that it was fake. Something just went wrong somewhere. Especially in systems where you don't know the founders, you don't see their faces. But Ash has been showing us his face day after day, month after month, week after week, years after years. And I told this founder that sometimes people are creative enough to create platforms, host these platforms through websites, systems like WordPress, etc. And then what they do is simple. They launch a system and they say, okay, put $100, and then in 2 years, you will get $1,000, for instance. Okay. When they do this, what they do is simple. If they launch that system and across the globe, the first 100 people put that money. After 2 years, there are lots of investment that people do online. I want to just say, for instance, Bitcoin. We have people who spend their lives trading. They have mastered the art of trading and they are making a lot of huge money. Also, those systems, when you put that $100, they have other investments that they can invest in online. There are lots of investments online. So they are able to manage, study these investment platforms, whether it's stock exchange, whether it's Bitcoin, whichever platform, use that money, invest. When they get the profits, they bring that profit and then share with you after that 2 years. It means that you are putting $100, you go to sleep, somebody's using that $100 to generate more income. Across that 2 years, they are generating more income. They already have it in mind that, okay, I took $100 from this guy, so let me keep generating, maybe $1. So in 2 years, that money gets to a point where he now says, okay, I have this $100 maybe to do 1,000. I will take 500 and then give this guy and I keep 500. So he is earning from his work. That is the reality of life. No money comes in by magic. It doesn't come in by magic. Money is a concept that requires work. Money is a concept that requires ideas. Money is a concept that requires solving a problem. Simple. So you cannot have money if you are not solving a problem. No matter how spiritual you are, no matter how anointed you are, no matter how creative you are, you must be using that to solve a problem. It is very important. And there are just two things we are selling across the world: goods and services. Goods are tangible, services are services. You cannot touch them. Now I'm giving you, I'm just talking to you, enlightening you, and then you are getting the service. So this is very important. That is why I started this video by saying, is Ash, Victory with Ash, or Onpassive alive? Is it real? Yes, it is real. Is it fake? No, it is not fake. They can take businesses to court. They can abuse businesses. That people make YouTube channels to abuse your business does not mean it is fake. It is fake. That people come online, take you to court, they judge you in court, say you pay this amount, does not mean you fake. No. We have businesses online that are generating a lot of income, but they are fake. What is fakeness? I'll be talking about this in other videos. So I try to explain to you what is the meaning of being fake online. Because there are many, even NGOs that are fake. Yes, they're operating. You see them, they have cars, their offices are alive. But if you really go detailedly in their budgeting, in how they are spending, really deep, you realize that they are fake. But when you come there, they have one or two pictures, two people, they are giving them food and all that stuff. Are you getting now? But when you go detailedly, they are fake. I'm just speaking now in parables. So I'm trying to let you know that somebody can be genuine and failing. In that genuineness, they are failing. They are failing. They are struggling. They are telling you, please keep on. They are failing. They are failing. That failure does not make them fake. Always get this. If you get this, then you have understood this video. Thank you all so much. And please, if you want to build a website, just hook me up. Go to the comment section, and then your website is going to be hosted. If you are anywhere in the world and you want to build a website, get bilaterally with me, we discuss, and then give me 1 month or more, a little bit more, and I'll design you a very good website. And I think that's another package for this year moving forward. We are not just doing data analysis. We are not just doing data science here. We are also building websites. Whatever kind of website, whichever website you need, anyhow you want it. All I need is for you to get good pictures, get the concept, get the objective, and then I sit down and I bring your website alive. We'll discuss at the back if you're interested. Let me know. Thank you so much. Stay blessed and keep praying for your country. Pray for your family. Pray for your friends. Pray for your enemies. Very important. And those of you who have not accepted Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, please, this is the time. Ciao, ciao, ciao.